I would advise you to stop comparing yourself to a moment where you feel like you are not worthy. I'm my own role model and I'm my own kind of comparison. I always compare myself to myself. Today, you are you. That's truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you. So be the best you that you can literally and definitely be. So hi honeys, how are you? Tanyanishailoc here, and of course welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you guys? What's well and all that good stuff over there? Let me know in the comment section below. What are you up to in this almost last days of the 7th month of the year? 2020 has tried us. 2020 has literally been that 1 year that I cannot forget in my life. And recently I've been talking to a lot of people, especially my subscribers, my followers on Instagram. And one of the most questions that a lot of people do ask me, how do I deal with loneliness? And today I'm obviously here to talk about that topic, how to deal with loneliness. I know you guys, you might think that I'm not lonely basing on seeing my channel. I'm having a community and an audience. I'm having my sisters. I'm always doing makeup transformation with them. I'm having my parents and all people around me. But girl, I also get lonely, and most of the time. And to me as a person, it doesn't matter to me to always be there. Like, I don't have a lot of friends, I don't have people to turn to, I don't have people who I can literally share my feelings with, blah blah blah, and a lot of things. And I literally came up with something like 5 points which I literally want to explain to you. Maybe they might help you out to enjoy your company, such as people who have a lot of friends, like a lot of them. Make it a point that of course you subscribe to the channel, you like, you comment, you share out with friends and family. Someone might find this helpful in one way or another. And let's just dive into the video right now. About the first point, which is learning to motivate and credit yourself. This is very important, you guys. I always do use this point in particular. You can do this, of course, through encouraging yourself, consistent encouraging yourself. I can do better, I can do well, especially when you feel like you are one person, or literally you are becoming lonely. It may be in a room, maybe when you are somewhere with people, of course, who you are not used to or talk to. Encourage yourself. Say those small talks such as today I look beautiful, today I'm well, this will happen, you know, that will also come to the end. Oh, this is beautiful, I was missing out this. Small talks have very 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 big and very massive kind of impact in our lives, especially when you are turning to becoming lonely, you know. It always kind of sweeps your brain away from those different lonely thoughts, and at the end of the day you are going to feel like you are worthy, like you are enjoying your own kind of company, you know, just looking into the mirror and you tell yourself, oh my god, today Tanya, you are popping. And while you don't just think these words, but literally you talk them like small talks, you encourage yourself. I can do better at this, I can do better at that, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm amazing. To set those different kind of morning talks, or literally morning affirmations, they are also very very strong. You say the word loud, like there is magic when you talk something, you know. The Bible says in one of the chapters and verses that confession is possession. Whenever you confirm something through your mouth, literally that thing has to follow you. So I'll literally urge you out, whenever you're feeling lonely, you're feeling alone, you don't have people to talk to, just encourage yourself. So those small talks, at the end of the day, you are going to feel like you are worthy and you are enjoying your own company. Coming to the second point, I want to talk about learning to invest in yourself. Whenever you feel like you're lonely and you have encouraged yourself and you think that things are not working out, again your thoughts are coming back to becoming lonely, try to invest in yourself. You can invest in yourself through a lot of ways, such as learning to read a particular kind of language, learning a particular kind of language again, learning how to cook a new dish and preparing a new recipe, learning how to ride, maybe a bicycle, maybe a bike. Just do something that you know is it is kind of investment in you, that it will come a moment in life where you will literally need it. Just try to do those different activities. It might be camping, it might be composing. Try to do those different things, because at the end of the day you are going to be depriving your brain and your thoughts, the lonely kind of thoughts, to those thoughts which are positive, building, and at the end of the day, we're going to just be enjoying your company, and you'll be like that queen, that queen who lives alone but accomplishes everything he or she has put onto the table. Talk about the third point, which is being selfless. At least try very hard to see that you do something for another person, or literally for an animal that you feel like is important, and that animal or that person does need it, and it is going to bring him or her happiness. It might be doing laundry. For example, here where I am in Uganda, you might do laundry for your neighbors. You might help out your neighbor in the garden. You might give food to a cat or a dog. You might do something for another person, literally that brings joy to him or her. At the end of the day, you are going to feel like you are important in one way or another, and at the same time, it's going to be depriving you those particular kind of negative thoughts that are going to be driving you to become lonely. In one of another way that literally you can do this is always trying to reflect on yourself through the different activities of the day. How much have you helped different people, and at the same time doing more things to others as often as possible, and saying yes more often. Like, there is magic in saying yes. I want to talk about the fourth point, you guys, which is start living and stop observing, if that makes sense. So one of these days, I've been that person who literally wants to live in the moment. Living in the moment is very important to us as humans, because at the end of the day, a lot of people think that maybe you are seeing me on social media, maybe you are seeing me anywhere, I'm having that perfect kind of life, and I'm not depressed, I'm not lonely, and all that. But it's important at the same time that we do live in the moment. Living in the moment, like, it sweeps away all the thoughts of maybe business, maybe distributes, maybe all those negative kind of vibes, which is very, very bad for our mental health. I would advise you to live in the moment through maybe interacting with young children. Young children, there is something magic and positive about young children. Living in the present, don't always think about the past and all that, but just live in the present. If you have something to attend to, give it all you can and focus it onto that one thing. There is something positive building into your brain. And you might also have a cat or a dog rearing one of the other, pets. They also help us live in the moment. You'll see them, how they run, how they jump, how they cry, and all that. At the end of the day, you are going to be depriving your brain the other thoughts of being alone. Another thing that I feel is very, very important also to talk about in this time in particular is to stop comparing yourself to other people, because it's also one of the things that brings these lonely kind of thoughts. Comparison is good to a moment or to a point, but when it exceeds its kind of fruits, it brings negative thoughts, and it brings those kind of depressions that you are not enough, you deserve something more. Maybe that person might not have something he or she possesses, you think that it has to be yours. But I would advise you to stop comparing yourself to a moment where you feel like you are not worthy, because at the end of the day, it's going to bring you those different negative thoughts that are going to drive you into becoming lonely, which will be very bad for your health. And one of these days, I am my own role model, and I'm my own kind of comparison. I always compare myself to myself, if that makes sense. I look at my yesterday, how was my yesterday, my present, and I always want to see that change. To the last point that I feel like is also very, very important is doing something for yourself. I always love doing some things for myself in particular. It might be getting out in nature, maybe having a walk, maybe in the forest or bushes around the place where I am. There's something I've never told you, but we have a lot of hills and a lot of mini forests, if that makes sense. I always love doing that for myself. You might also, if you are not a person who loves to walk, maybe forests or bushes or taking walks, you might do exercises. You might go to the gym, find a lot of new people there, interact, because there is also something I know about engaging yourself in different activities, with what you love. There is always that vibe that you're always going to find people who are on the same page as you, so that you can connect and interact. At the end of the day, you'll be getting friends, and that loneliness will be buried. And also, you might also meditate. One of these days, I'm literally attracted to meditation, because I I'm in the process of reading a lot of PDFs of how important is meditation and all that. But there are a lot of different ways, like you guys, a lot of different ways. And as I end this video, I want to challenge you in one of the way that you literally cling on to these things, especially when you feel like you're lonely, when you feel like your life is just moving to the dogs. I want to challenge you, try them, because I think they are some of the beautiful points that I've tried, and they always help me out to reduce my anxiety and my loneliness. If you are still watching to this time in particular, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you did think of the video. It will help me a lot. Subscribe, comment. I've already said comment, but literally do comment again. Share out with friends and family and all that. Let me grab you in my next video. And girl, remember that you are strong, you're worthy, you are your own self, and there is no one under this sun is going to be like you. I want to end up with this quote. It says that today you are you. That's truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you. So be the best you that you can literally and definitely be. Let me grab you in my next video. Remember to subscribe. Tanyanishailoc switching out. Bye for now.